Okay, Cohen, two things that I would recommend here for you. And as you watch the Major League samples that I posted here on the site, it'll help you see a little bit of what I'm talking about. So, first thing that I'm going to do is take a look at how we, get our back hip loaded. So here we go. There's a little bit of negative movement there. It's not bad. Let's see. It's not bad. We got a decent back hip load. We could get a little bit more of a pinch in there, but it's not bad. Now, the big thing that I would recommend is it's okay to start with your hands up high, but as you watch major leaguers that do that, at some point, whether it is a path like this or it is a path like this, their hips fall into the slot of being, a fist away from their back shoulder. It's okay to do what you're doing. So our negative movement, we get our back hip loaded, but we really, at some point, need to get that top hand a fist away from our back shoulder. We just sort of hang up there, and even at toe touch, like still have a lot of separation. By the time we get to toe touch, our top hand should be somewhere more in there. It's pretty intuitive that that's going to be a longer path to get to the ball. Plus, you're on a really awkward angle to try to come out at. If we're more on 45, it would be easier. So that's one recommendation that I have. And you can see as you watch those major leaguers in slow motion, sort of how their hands move as they load to get closer to their back shoulder. More importantly, or I should say equally as important, as you sort of watch your back elbow here, as your foot's coming down, we're starting to leak forward with our top half, right? You can see how as your foot's coming into the ground, you're getting movement with your top half before we get movement with our lower half. So we've already committed at toe touch here to our upper half is going to start our swing. Now as we get down into immediate preparation there, right, you can see that I like the fact that our back elbow is down like that, but you can also still see the angle that your bat is on, that's going to be something that naturally has us come around a little bit. And, as we get to immediate preparation, our arms have already started, which is what gives us this slightly around type of action, okay? As I just kind of roll it here, watch this, right? And then you can go back and watch the major leaguers in slow motion, and you can see how your top half is coming before your lower half. So that decreases, how hard we can hit the ball, as well as giving us that around type of action. So two things that I would recommend. One, watch those big league guys and see, okay, I can start with my hands up high, but at some point, again, they need to fall into the slot where my top hand's a fist away from my back shoulder here. The second thing is we've got to feel ourselves get into the ground before we start to get that movement forward with our top half. See how you just start to come forward so that our top half is leading the way, which is what gets us around and takes away some of our power.